may have already done this. Um, but we started out with just putting things in our calendar and all of that good stuff. So we'll kind of go through this really quick, but I just want to talk about like goals and some other stuff as well, really fast. Um, so first things first is I actually, when I was thinking about getting on this call with being gone and Andrea's still gone, we kind of got a little behind on the Monday night lives. And I was like, oh, I need to tell them we're still going to have the Monday night lives. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's Monday. So anyway, I messaged Andrea and Brianna. I'm like, can someone hop in there? Cause I know that we kind of shortened the things that are on our calendar this month. And we just were like, we don't know if we're having too many events. Maybe, the team's overwhelmed. Let's try to do less this month, less Zooms, whatnot, and just see how that goes. So we aren't going to do the new ambassador Zooms. We are going to continue to do the Monday night lives in Rise Up Village, just because that is helpful. If there is someone who maybe isn't communicating with us, but they see something in the team page, those lives are good just to help with like accountability and ways to have success and stuff like that. So we do plan to still do those. And then to go ahead, if you haven't put this in your calendar yet, put the opportunity event on the 13th at 9 p.m. And we are going to try this month to have them in a group just because, I mean, I know I was talking with Brianna and the chats are nice just to throw people in, like they don't have to accept it or anything like that. But sometimes the chat can be a lot and they don't really read everything just because it's so much information and they don't want to scroll through all of that. So we are going to go back to trying the groups this month just to kind of see how they do, see how people, you guys, all of us, like them, and you can kind of go from there. So anyway, the opportunity event, 9 p.m. on the 13th, and then on the 27th, a wellness event, kind of like the Pink 15, again, in a group at 9 p.m. So we are still going to keep all of the events at 9, going to do the Monday night lives 8:30, and then team calls every Wednesday at 8:45. We're going to keep all of that the same. So just utilizing, those. And then if you guys want anything else, having them on your own. As we know, whenever we bring someone new in, we always have, a wellness chat or whatever you want for them. Keep doing those. And then if you're like, you know what, it's been a while since I've done one for myself and you want to have one that's a little more intimate, then by all means do one for yourself or like a smaller team or something like that. I think that that's good. So, just, always thinking outside the box, doing those things by yourself. You don't always have to like do one of the big ones. You can always have something on your own as well. But that's all we're going to be doing this month as far as events team wide is just those two. So on the 13th and then on the 27th, again at 9 p.m. And the team calls, all of that's the same. So I think that's it there. Something I want you guys to do, if you haven't done it yet, is predict your points. If you have the prediction sheet thing that does it for you, then, try to do that every day. But if you don't, then trying to do that at the beginning of the month is so good just to kind of have an idea, especially now that they are clearing out those credit card declines. If they decline, I think it's 3 months now, then they automatically get rid of them. That way our number when we predict them is going to be a lot more accurate if you are just kind of calculating everything without looking at the credit card declines and things like that. So getting a game plan early on as far as where you are going to be ending the month. That way you have a goal in mind where you want to end and how many more you need to get there. So, my computer's being funny. So I don't know what Allie said, but you feel like struggle. Okay. Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Sorry. I just wanted to see what that was. So, just jot down your goal real quick if you haven't thought about a goal that you want for this month, because I don't know if you guys saw this. I didn't see it, that with the Nikes. So obviously if we help 3 people, VIP, retail, whatever, they get $100 worth before shipping and tax, all of that, then we earn the e-gift card for the Nikes. And 2, if you help a level 1, Allie, correct me if I'm wrong, if you saw this, I'm assuming it needs to be a new level 1, kind of like last month. If you help them to go silver, then you get another one. And I didn't realize that. So you can get it more than once and not just from yourself. It could be creating a new silver, then you're going to get it as well. So duplication is obviously just important anyway, just because we want to help people to have success on their products. It's going to help them to earn the cash. It's going to help them to get the Nikes. And then you can get an additional one as well for yourself, your spouse, whatever it may be. So I did just want to kind of mention that as well. And so, like I said, right now, just kind of think what you want your goal to be this month. How many people do you want to add personally? How many people do you want to develop and get silver? If you have someone in mind that you're like, you know what, they have a couple of friends, I want to get them super silver. Um, Points. This is what I want my points to be at the end of the month. If you guys haven't done that yet, just take a second to write some of those things down. And yes, feel free to drop them in the chat too. Allie and I like for you guys to kind of talk to us and whatnot. So even if you want to unmute yourself and say anything, ask any questions, definitely do it. But it's always good just, at the beginning of the month, if you haven't done that yet, just to kind of have a goal in mind and write it down. It's going to be a lot better if you can write that down and you can see it daily wherever at your desk or, wherever you're going to see that. And then two, Allie and I were just talking right before this, and we are going to be having, different people are going to be running a reset chat every Monday this month. Allie, I think you're doing the first one. She said Leah's doing one, Candy. So every week there's going to be a reset chat that you guys can filter people in. But we kind of wanted to see, I know that when it first came out, the reset was like popping like crazy and we were getting a ton of people on. Just going to kind of see your guys' thoughts and feelings and how things are going with reset now. If you guys are asking or offering that to people, even people that, you're talking with that are getting started, say they want weight loss, something like that. Are you recommending the reset to them? If you guys, anybody wants to unmute and kind of talk about that, it might be something that maybe you guys are doing behind the scenes and not really talking about or filtering people into a chat, and you're doing it, like I said, more behind the scenes. That's totally fine. But we just kind of wanted to see if you guys feel comfortable with recommending that, or if maybe you're just not recommending it anymore. Just since a lot of people might not be sticking with it after that. I know that we've run into that a lot. So anyway, if you guys want to, anybody wants to unmute or hop in there, we'll do this. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are still recommending the reset and if you feel comfortable. And if not, put a 2, and then that will kind of help us to know maybe what to go with or train on. Okay, good. Looks like everyone's still recommending it, still feels comfortable and everything like that. So, are you guys still having people do them then? It sounds like you feel comfortable with recommending it and you are, but you are. Okay. So, do you guys want to put them in those chats, or are you guys talking with them behind the scenes? If you guys want to drop that in there. Both. Okay. Because I know a lot of people find the chats helpful. It's nice to have kind of that community and, just everybody's bouncing different ideas and thoughts off of each other. So we just want to make sure that you guys felt comfortable, first off, recommending that or talking about it, and you still were, and then just to see if you guys were wanting to still put them in the chats. Okay, perfect. So Michaela, I think you just said, so if anyone is not in the chat, just let us know. We can put you guys in the chats and you guys can filter these people in. Again, we're going to be doing that every Monday. So Allie, is there anything you want to say or add about the reset? I mean, it looks like everyone seems like they're doing pretty good with it.
I feel like I feel like it's been quiet. I feel like the reset was like lots of it on Facebook, sharing about it, lives about it, results. And then it kind of like fizzled out. And remember that even if you haven't done the reset, I know I haven't, and I can't do it right now because I'm breastfeeding. Your excitement about it is what's going to sell it to someone. Whether you're saying, oh my gosh, the feedback I'm getting from my friends is amazing. Like a lot of them are noticing XYZ. Can I share a video with you about it? Like if we're just like, well, I don't really know. I've never done the reset. I don't think I can sell it because I've never done it. Like, then they're not going to be interested in it. But if you just say like, does anyone feel like they're like found verbiage that they really like? Like, could you just explain it how you would say it? Maybe someone will pick up a tip from you. I feel like people can listen to me all day, but I really like to hear from you guys so that, if you talk it out and you maybe sound like you fumble, maybe that's why we're not, confident in it. And I think we can just help. But I think the excitement around reset is like, I want to make sure that that's still there. And if not, kind of maybe filtering through why we feel that way. Sounds like you guys are talking about it. So
Perfect. And real quick
yeah.
too, Andrea just messaged back and she just started it. She's going to do the Monday Night Live in Rise Up Village. So if you guys have anyone that's new getting started or anything like that, then you can tag them in that. And then I would message them just behind the scenes as well, just to let them know that you did tag them in it and what it is and all of that. So I did just want to mention that. So she's doing that. But yeah, I wanted to make my part kind of quick. That way Allie could really get into the nitty gritty part of the boards. So I think that's really all that I had. So if you guys have any questions about like the calendar or any events, or, you know, you want help with anything with the goals that you have, then definitely just kind of let us know and reach out. But that's all I have. So I'll let Allie kind of take over.
Okay. Hope this is exciting and helpful. Don't feel like you have to consume it all in one 30-minute Zoom, but hopefully this training on the guy on my system that I just created will help you go and implement it. Because I know that I've had boards when I'm like, oh, that looks pretty, but I've never used it. But really taking what I talk about tonight and starting using it. And I actually want to do something fun. Like anytime you send a recommendation using the board, welcome pack board, I want you to shout yourself out. And I'm going to literally put people's names every time you shout yourself out in a bowl or a whatever, in a pile. And I'm going to draw for a free bag of active, because I want people using the welcome pack recommendation boards. I want people using the shout out development board that I spent a lot of time on. And that's kind of what I'm going to talk about. Really taking it now. Remember, anything new is going to take 30 to 60 days to feel comfortable with it. It might feel like you're fumbling around trying to find it. And taking 10 minutes a couple times a week to look through the boards, to familiarize yourself with them, is going to be really helpful too. But if you had to say, you can pick two numbers or all three, but where do you feel like you guys struggle the most? Is it 1, recommendations, 2, navigating conversations, 3, how to develop someone to silver and beyond, and 4, how to follow up and retain your friends? So what 2 of those you guys feel like you are not confident in? 3 and 4, retention and duplication. 2 and 3. Okay. So some navigating combos. You guys feel like you're a rock star. Who's at iPhone? If you don't mind me asking who that is, I can't. Okay. Welcome, Jen. Hi, Tina. So glad you're here. Okay. So whether you have 1 friend, no friends, or 100 friends, there's points in your business where you might feel a little bit nervous. So honestly, you guys, I am Emerald. And the other day I went to help someone get on a Zoom because she wants to grow. And I was like, where do I start with her? I should not feel that way. So that's why I got my booty into gear and I made these boards, because if I feel that way, you guys feel that way. I've been doing this for 4 years, so I know where stuff is, and I can find my links, and I can find my video, and I can send my packs like the back of my hand, but it's not duplicatable. And that's why we're not duplicating, is because we needed to fill in some gaps. And so whether you guys have a system that works, if you do, you feel comfortable finding your graphics, you feel comfortable where your links are in your phone, then use it. But if you feel like you're all over the place and there are shout outs upon shout outs, but then you're not following up with them, then this is going to help simplify that. So I'm going to pull up boards. I want everyone else to pull it up on your phone if you have it. Everyone should have at least the 4 boards entitled, and I'm going to screen share. Let me know if you guys can see this. I've never looked at boards on the computer, but it looks like we're able to somewhere. And this will be helpful. Like, I'm super excited about it. And I want you guys to give me any and all feedback as far as what word is. Hold on. Do you guys know how to rearrange your boards? I want you guys to put them in like a sequence, because I have a method to that. I don't know why I can't find my desktop. What do you guys see? Do you see a boards? No. Hold on a second. It looks funny on here. Sharing. One sec. Technical difficulties.
It may have been your YouTube that was just showing or something. I don't know. It had a bunch of videos. I don't know.
iPad. Oh, here we go. Okay. So Here's what boards is going to look like when you open it. And here are my types. The first 4 are what I just created. The main one we're going to focus on is the third one, but notice how we have links. And so this is going to be, hey, Sally, do you have a second to watch a quick video? Your microbiome video that you're grabbing often, your triplex video, your reset info video. Hey, Sally, I can't wait for you to get your products. Let me send you this quick video. So instead of going to your notes where you might be fumbling to find now, these are all going to be on your first link board. Okay, so these are just specifically ones that I use like basically every time. And then the Rise Up Village, these are actually ones that I personally created to make them more personal for myself. And you guys can do this too, whether you have 2 friends or 22 friends. You can literally make a video and upload it to YouTube so that you're sending your face to your friends and not Brooke Hemingway. So these are all accessible to you guys if you desire them to be in a folder called Rise Up Village specific videos. Okay. And then the last one that's super helpful is, say you have a Sally Sue that is like, I can't possibly take that. I can't take, like she wants to be research queen, right? Oh, let me get this information sheets for you, Sally. And you're going to grab these and it's going to show her what's in her products that you're recommending to her. You don't send these to everyone, but every now and then you need these. And guess what? No one can find them because you got to go to help desk, or you can't find them because they're not saved on your phone. So now they're all in a folder with your sheets. Okay. Or maybe you need to know, oh my gosh, this person has a dairy allergy. I recommended ProBio. Like, is that okay to give to her? And you're going to quickly glance at these and ask. And this product attribute sheet is one that's really helpful, again, for common allergens. So this is more like your resources all compiled in one spot to know if ProBio 5 does not have dairy, but Vital Biome does. And I do not know all these, super specific things, but if you have someone that's allergic to coconut, you're going to want to come find this album so that you know that she can't have hydrate, yada, 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 which this isn't even updated with hydrate now that I'm looking at it, but I did just get it off the help desk. So does anyone feel like they fumble when they're looking for things like this? Okay. So that's the first thing. Does anyone have off the top of their head, like a video that you feel like we could add to this that you use often? Okay. So the next thing is, I want you guys to look at the welcome packs. So most of you guys said you were pretty confident in that, but if not, that's okay. I personally felt like I had welcome pack graphics all over the place. I did have favorites that I liked, but these are actually all updated with the new graphics. And it seems to be a simple streamline. So again, don't feel like you have to do this exact thing, but the reason I have them this way is everything at the top from here down are your reset packs that you're going to be sending. So your reset triplex, your weight loss triplex, your reset weight loss. And this is the same thing. It's just not as spaced out as that. So basically pick which reset weight loss you like, which reset gut health you like, and get familiar with it. I have the cost there for you guys. Okay, this is the reset weight loss, the reset triplex ease. If you're one of my girls, you best not be doing reset with triplex and no ease. So this is your graphic you're going to want. Okay, and so you're going to send that, and it's already going to say that. So anyone new, if you have a new person that started on this and their friend is struggling with similar things, they're going to say, hey, here's what I started on. What do you think? It's the gut health system, a reset that's 3 days. Do you want to do it? Sure. Okay. And then it already tells them the price. And obviously the price is just the corporate price. It's not with the discounts and things, but I wanted some brand new person to be able to look at this and redo it. So then we have our 109 packs and our 209 packs. And my motto is go big or go home. So if you are starting and you're thinking, okay, what does this person need? You're going to look here and you're going to see 8 different packs that are big and large and in charge. And then if these don't work, you're going to scale back. Again, these are newer graphics from the new branding, and I think that they help explain enough. And any new person can do this, whether you don't, because I feel like some people think they have to know all the ins and outs to be able to give someone a big detailed explanation. You're going to say, here, this is going to meet your goals of energy, blood sugar balance. It's going to help you with filling gaps and helping control inflammation. What do you think? Because it tells them that there on the picture. And I want you guys to practice right now. Open up your messenger, type in your own name, like you're gonna send someone a graphic. And I want you guys to practice sending someone the, triplex ease recommendation, and like practice it using the board, because it's so simple. When you click on it, you open the folder, you click the picture, you click paste, and you're good. You're not scouring through your graphics, trying to find it, piecing together a welcome pack. And it's streamlined. So the large packs, then the small packs. Again, if you're one of my gals, we always try to do a Fab 4. So you're going to pick, say, triplex and ease is what I want to put this person on. You're going to pick this one, you're going to send it, you're going to hit back, and then all of your simple, easy graphics are right underneath. Okay, ease, I'm going to send ease. This 4-product bundle is going to help you with XYZ. What do you think? And they're all here in the same one folder. Sam actually shared this beauty with me today. This is a quick look if you're like, okay, what are my options again? Or maybe you're new and you want to just peek at these and study them. You don't have to know every single thing, but looking at them okay, these are my options. This is the second best. This is the smallest. We never want someone to not get a 3-product combo. If they're not ready for 3 things, they're not ready to start their journey, right? So you're never going to send this to someone, but this is more for you to kind of look at and familiarize yourself. But what do you guys feel like about this board? Do you think it's easy to understand? Drop a 1 if you are excited about it. So I can't see the chat, so I hope y'all are excited. I see some faces down there. Okay, so say you're a brand new person, and you are ready to start. And here's what we're going to do. Okay. Hold on, I'm going to stop screen sharing real quick because I want someone to talk. 111. Does this mean you guys are excited about this? I realize I have to copy and paste. That's awesome. Yes, I am recording. Okay. So welcome packs. So in case you missed the beginning of the call, starting this week in our sisterhood chat, I want you guys to shout yourself out anytime you use this, whether it's I used a message template from the board, I sent a welcome pack from the board, I got a shout out or asked for a shout out from the board. So the next thing, obviously messages, you guys know that there's no cookie cutter message. There is, putting yourself behind your message is obviously going to be perceived differently. So let's go through that real super quick. This is, again, easily when you get in and do your back office checks, here's your perks, your decline, your push out, your inactive, messages, templates to tweak. Here is your new gut health reach outs, some examples, your follow-ups, happy people, maybe laters, potentials, your check-ins. So I'm not going to sit here and read through all these, but look at them. There is 0 reason that you guys should be hopping in and saying, hey, do you guys have a wellness chat invite? Because here's an invites tab and we have our new ambassador calls. We are asking our friends to have a Zoom of their own, our pink 15s, our wellness chats, our opportunity Zooms. And we're going to ask our friends to host an event. Literally, it's all there. Okay. So what I say might not be exactly what you say, but it should be dang close because we don't want to complicate things. Okay. So everything is a bullet point in a folder, easy to find, easy to use. maybe we're going to ask, hey, we signed 3 people up last month and we were scared to talk on the phone, or maybe they're loving their stuff and we haven't asked them yet. Here's how we can ask them to have a little event this month. And this might be something that you utilize this week. Wednesdays, I'm going to ask all of my level 1s and 2s to have a wellness chat because I have not been doing that. And you're going to send this. Okay. So the last thing that I'm super excited about is, again, it inspired me because I started, my new friend just went senior silver. Actually, she went senior silver, fast start silver and senior silver in the same month. And I gave her this board about a month ago when she started. And I said, hey, you're my guinea pig. I need you to download this board and I want you to use it. And I want you to tell me what you think. And I want you to ask your 3 friends. It was her 2 sisters and her friend. And all 3 of them did a shout out and all 3 of them are working on the follow-up right now. So obviously it's still new. We're still going to find kinks. We're still going to figure out, tweak things that don't fit us. But if you are on this call and you're like, okay, I'm not asking people first, it's like, okay, we got to believe what we're doing. But you guys have a system and our system works if it's not broken. And so we have to get uncomfortable and utilize something new in order to in order to duplicate. Because I met with our regional manager. It sounds crazy, but apparently I had one of those since I've been to Joel and I've never met the man, but he's super nice. He reached out to me on Facebook, said, hey, Allie, you're an Emerald. How can I help you? And I'm like, excuse me, who are you? Like, yeah, you can help me. So he helped me simplify this. He read through it, gave me tips on what we can do. He said, Allie, it looks amazing. It's like, you're hard on yourself. Just put it into action. I'm like, okay, we're doing it. So that's why I'm training you guys on this. So I want you guys to open it up and we're going to go through the VIP board very closely because this is where I feel like we struggle the most. So on the phone, everyone needs to be signing up them on the phone. And I want you guys to say this out loud. Okay. Hey, when you get started with the VIP option, like we've talked about, it actually gives you an opportunity to have an extra stream of income with your referral link. It's totally free. Most people get started with just 3 friends and that covers the cost of your monthly investment. Would you be open to learning more about that? They're either going to say, well, yeah, but we need to make it part of our process now because right now we're skimming over this 90% of the time and it's a missed opportunity. So if you forget or if you clam up and you're like, oh God, I didn't ask her, Allie's going to come knocking on my shoulder. I'm just kidding. That's okay. We got a step 2, but this is what you should be doing. And I want you guys to literally talk to yourself in a voice text message or call your sponsor or send it to me and say, I just want to practice how I'm going to ask the next person that I sign up and say it out loud. It's going to make you feel 10 times better. And then after your person signs up, this is what you're going to send them. You're going to send them their login, their information, their link, their date, their next order set. You're going to tell them you're adding them to the village. And then guess what? If you forgot to mention it on the phone, this is going to be a text right here. Okay. But maybe you already asked them on the phone and they're excited and ready. You're just going to delete that part. But sending this to them puts the ball in their court, knowing that, hey, I signed them up. Holy cow, where is that post-it note that I wrote their info on? I have no idea. Like they have their info now and you've created that connection on the phone. Now you're going to add them to our page and you're going to put the follow-ups in your planner. And probably by mid-month, I'm going to have a new follow-up board made because full transparency, I don't use the customer care flow exactly like it is in Rise Up Village. So I want to give someone another option to do it. And I just want to share how I do it to help someone else. But 4 weeks is not enough. So I want you guys to map out 8 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're right in the middle of detox. So 5, 6, 7, and 8 is telling them about detox, navigating through that, helping them with perks and reminding them, that they can help a friend if you didn't ask the first month, right? Okay, so we've got a new friend. We told them their info. Okay, now we're going to ask them to share. There's 2 ways to text them. Maybe you asked them and they said no. You're going to ask them later when they're loving their products. And you're going to ask them a 3rd time. So each of these, again, read through, get comfortable with, and we can't miss this step because when they're most excited is when they start. And if they say no once, it doesn't mean ask them every single week until they say yes. It means you're going to cultivate the relationship. You're going to revisit the idea every single time and they tell you something positive. Hey girl, oh my gosh, how do you love your taste of your pink drink? Oh my God, it tastes so good. It tastes like lemonade. You're going to send them a picture of yourself and they're going to say, send one back. And then you're going to revisit like, oh my gosh, you should totally share that. I know that someone would be curious to know what you're doing. Okay. So if they're open to it, yeah, sure, I'll share that. I'll share about my pink drink. Okay, we have 4 options for a shout out post. Pick one that meets your customer, your friend, tweak it, send it to them. I want you guys to practice sending one of these to yourself in Messenger right now. And the first person to screenshot that you did that and drop it in the sisterhood chat wins a gift. Go. And again. And then I have $2 to say this is a current products lover. You're going to, again, there's 2 different options. So maybe they've been on for a while and they're not just starting and it's blah, 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 blah. Who's first person to put it in sister hat wins a prize. Hurry, go. Oh, Allison's got the bubbles. Where's she at? Is she gonna win? She's a competitive girl. I know she is. Oh, Candy. I love it. Oh, hold on. Candy asked me if I would do a shout out. Lindsay actually sent over the post. Okay, Lindsay's the winner. Good job, Candy. So Candy, do you see, you would obviously tweak the amount of money that that friend could earn. There she goes. Oh, okay. So again, this takes practice. I want you guys, if you guys are scrolling your phone from 10 to 11 tonight, which hopefully it's in do not disturb, but I want you guys to intentionally open this up and use it. Okay. Now, if money is a concern, how many times do you feel that that happens? Oh, she was so close, but she can't get started right now. This is a missed opportunity. Okay. No worries, girl. You know what most people do is they get started with a couple friends. Now that you've learned about gut health, would you mind to share maybe a simple post about what you learned to see if anyone would want to do this with you? And they're going to post this. I was talking to my friend Allie and she told me about a gut health system that's helped her. I don't typically share things. I'm thinking about getting started with this. Here's what it helps. Are you ready? So it's a proactive post because tomorrow I'm actually signing up a level 1 for my new Fast Start Senior Silver, and she's got a +1 already. And they're both joining tomorrow because she posted this. So obviously tweak it. I took out the red flag words like inflammation and, you know, thyroid disorders. We can't say autoimmune. So I'm telling you girls, it works. We just have to do it as a team to row together and grow together. Okay. So after the shout out, guess what? Within 24 hours, you best be showing them how to follow up. So there's a DM for the person that comments and a person that likes. And anything like I'm going to call Miss Sierra out here, my friend Sierra. She was gold at one point. Now she's trying to get back to helping 3 friends. And she was feeling a little discouraged that no one was liking her post. I know that she can do this. I'm calling you out. I can't see your face, but I'm sure you're on here. She's excited. She's a new mama. She has a little boy. She's in she's a medical assistant back in school, all the good things. So this is hopefully going to streamline how Sierra can help her friend who is going to give a shout out, right? And Alex is doing amazing with this. So boom, right there. Hey, Sally, I see that you have 5 likes. Send this message to those people. And then you have, okay. Oh, cool. Someone said they're interested. Okay, connect me with your friend. Here's what you say to your friend. Put us in a message and here's what you say. Okay. And then you're going to use these videos to navigate the conversation. Here's the exposure process to have them print. So they have this in front of them to look at. So obviously these were in the links page, but it's also within your process page. Okay, I can't see the chat, so I'm going to go back and make sure there's no. What are you guys thinking so far about this? Okay, I'm assuming. Thanks, Sierra. Okay, 2 more little slides here. So they've looked at, okay, now you're going to get that friend that says, okay, I'm not posting, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to message those people. Guess what? There's nothing we can do about that. But you're going to try to say, hey, you know what? That's totally fine. I felt the same way when I first made a post, but I feel like you put yourself out there. It's worth to ask if your friends are looking for help, and then you can just simply connect them with me. Okay. And trying to get that group chat. Now, after someone posts, drop a 1 if you feel like it fizzles out because they start 2 messages, the people aren't interested, and you forget about them. Okay. So next, we want to help our friends make a list, or maybe they say no to a shout out because they're super quiet people and they don't want to post anything, but they have like 5 friends at work that they're thinking of. You're going to help them make a list and say, hey, you know what? The next thing I do after someone makes a post is I help them send a few messages to close friends and family to help them learn more. Are you open to that if I help you with how to reach out to them? Engage your person. If 20 people is going to freak them out, say 10, right? Say you make a list of 10. But you have to baby step and walk them through this process. They are not going to brainstorm people and they are not going to message them unless you give them exactly what to do. So they're going to say, sure. So then you're going to send the graphic A and B, and you're going to send these pictures to them. And it's going to help them brainstorm. And if they said they're going to make a list, Sierra, how many times did I come to you, girl? I said, hey, you got your list? And you said, yeah, I got my list. And you sent me the list, right? And these are going to be direct messages to your friends that say, hey, these are going to help you. Who comes to mind that struggles with energy, sleep, blah, 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 blah. And it's exciting. You're creating that excitement and you're casting vision to them. And they're going to say, oh my God, I totally forgot about my neighbor, Sally, that lives on Diet Coke, ever. Okay. And then after that, you're going to give them a message to send to their friend. I don't know why I can't see it. There we go. But if it's 5 days from when she makes her list and you forget to send her the message, and then you say, hey, did any of your friends want to do this? There's a gap. Okay. So don't feel pushy when you follow up to help someone help a friend, because that is our job. Do you believe that you guys can help someone go silver and senior silver and gold? Drop a 1 if you think you can, 2 if you aren't sure you can. Okay. And you literally rinse and repeat. So you made your list, you messaged 10 people. Okay, you know what? Now what do I do? I made a list of 20. We go back to the next step, which is here. And we go to number 6, which is offer a personal event. We're going to ask them to have a wellness chat. Sometimes the post may not get interaction, especially at the beginning. So something I always offer is a small little event and change this to a Zoom if you want to offer them a Zoom. Would you be open to having one of these? Yes. Okay, great. You send them a message to message their friends about their event. And then guess what? They go silver. They get excited and they say, hey, my friend helped me with this really simple system that helped me cover some money for my products. Do you want to try that too? And they download the board and we teach them how to do the same thing. And sometimes we have to rearrange the recipe of the system, but if we forget to do the shout out, then they're not going to have a wellness event because they've never even made a post about what they're doing. Or if they did a shout out and we forgot to follow up, well, that's our fault. Now we got to go back and help them post again and then do the follow up. And if we say, hey girl, did you send those messages to the 12 people that liked your post? I just wanted to make sure I was helping you the best that I can. That is not being pushy. And I think that's a thought that a lot of us have or have had. We're like, oh God, if I already told her she'll come to me if she has anyone that's curious, she hasn't connected me with anybody. She probably hasn't even sent 2 messages yet. And it's been 3 days. So the longer it is, the less excited they are. But if we do it like rock stars, like we know we can be, you're going to see people hop on board. Okay. And then the last thing within our system here is some resources. So this is, again, anyone that's brand new. Okay, what do I need to help recommend to somebody? I need to know a couple questions. Here's that graphic guide that we always tag people in, but it's actually in a place you can actually look at now for ideas or tips that I've updated because it was still kind of outdated. Here's your price list, and here's, clicking on those can help you find the numbers. And then just your follow-up. But this is, again, all in a place that you can find, but a lot of info, but easy to find in one spot, not in 29 different spots. Okay, this is how to take every single product Alexis ever made as a guide. It's not cookie cutter. I wish it was, because it would be super easy. We'd all be diamond and everyone would, not detox, but that doesn't happen. So who's going to go and use this tonight or tomorrow? I guess it's 9:30. Which pack are you guys, which board are you guys most excited about? I know, right? I've done that too. So again, peeking through it. I mean, I've even had to be like, okay, I got a link. Like, where's the triplex video? Use the link, because I'm so used to literally going to notes. I have it starred in my notes, but I have to type it in. I have to copy. I have to go to the messenger. I have to paste it. Literally, guys, it takes 2 seconds. And if there's links that you guys think of, like, oh yeah, like everyone is different, but the majority, you can find those links so fast. I mean, you're still going to say, hey, is it a convenient time to send it? But simplifying, taking the overwhelm out, taking the disorganization out of it, it's going to take, again, 30 to this month. I just want you guys to utilize one board. Get your welcome packs and ask for some shout outs and work on that. Like, don't try to navigate all your resources, but know that they're there. And if you can't find, like, say, oh, I think Allie talked about where to find those nutrition sheets. Go find, like, drop in there. We'll navigate through it. But getting hands-on is what the boards are for, not just to look pretty in a little list. Okay. Yeah. The ingredients. Any newbies on here? Don't feel like you have to know the ingredients. I look at those nutrition sheets often. Like Sally, who was allergic to, someone said, hey, I have, I'm lactose tolerant, but I also can't take rice flour, and that's often a gluten allergy or a gluten substitute. I'm like, the hell? I have no idea what that means. So she can't take our probiotics because there's rice flour in it. I went to the nutrition sheet and I just narrowed that out. But she can take our X Factor, and she can take our Ease, and she can take our Slim. We put it together, whatever. So they're all there together. And I think the only other thing that, again, I was helping with, in full transparency, anyone on this message, how do you guys feel with your follow-ups? Do you feel like you don't know what to do with follow-up? Because if we're signing people up and we're not following up, they're not going to be with us. It's okay to talk and say happy things, or talk and say you need help. Because I'm not going to put a board together if you guys are using the customer care flow from Andrea with the 5 videos and the mapping out. But me personally, I don't use that, but I know that I've been here a while and I've created my own way. So if you guys feel like you don't have something that you love and you want a board for it, I'm going to make you one if you use the dang thing. Okay. Ingredients all in one place. The only follow-up I'm comfortable with is the people who show interest but never get further. Okay. Oh yeah. Alex, I'm specifically just kind of talking about like, okay, on week 1, week 2, week 3, like what are some things that I should be talking to my people about? But as far as follow-ups for, those cliffhangers, again, I feel like there's 1,000,005. Just, I think there's a few under the messaging Rise Up Village template. Does everyone have that one saved? And mix, yeah. Okay. And then Heather and I were talking about this too. As far as starting people on products, do you guys use graphics that you've seen? Do you feel like you're a hot mess express every time someone gets their products because you got to send them a regimen and you don't have one handy? Do you guys feel like you have a template that you tweak? Drop a 1 if you're a hot mess, 2 if you kind of sort of know what you're doing, feel confident, and 3 if you are good with starting people. 3, 2. Sierra, I love you, girl. We'll get you, girl. Okay, kind of, sort of. 3. Nah, I struggle with this at first. Okay, I feel like that, of course, is, and there's millions of pretty graphics out there that are made, and some diamond got to diamond with those, or she's just good at graphics. I don't know, but knowing that they're not cookie cutter. So even if I made one that I use, you guys, I still want to train you guys, and we can do a full another training on what questions to ask and how to adjust, and Q&A with Allie on BioCleanse, whatever you want to talk about. I don't care, but it's not something you're going to learn tomorrow. It just, you have to be in a message with your friend and you learn and you tweak and you ask good questions. So, okay. What do you guys feel about a mid-month one to refresh on the board, give feedback on the board? I can have the rest of the things I mentioned kind of on the board system, like the follow-up in the recommendation folder. And then I want you guys to use it for the next 2 weeks and tell me how it's going. Does that sound good? And I'm giving away active, so you all better get your little board fingers working. Okay, drink an active and get your boards out. And seriously, I'm not going to be offended if all of you think that something is confusing, then tell me and we'll modify it, because I don't think anyone can modify the board except me. But like, if there's something that's missing or something that's confusing or something that you think would help make it better, I'm happy to hear that. And then Heather and I will confirm a date, but I think a mid-month one like we did last month will be good. I want you guys to be confident that if someone is ready to share, and I would say once they go silver and they want to go more, they need access to this board. Until then, you want to give them every step of the way. They've had a chat, they've done it all. They have a friend that's liking their products. Hey, why don't you just download this board? We're going to work through it together. This is how I've helped you do this. I want you to help your sister now. Okay, I'm going to stop recording. Who has questions?